So James Charles said something mean on the internet again, which I'm sure is shocking news for maybe someone who hasn't been on the internet since 2014. Like, he's been canceled about 1 billion times. One is for saying sisters. You know, a lot of black women were like, hey, we're the four sisters. You kind of stole that from us, which is totally true. He did steal that from us, but he kept doing it and sold merch with it and, you know, didn't give a fuck. And then he was also canceled because he said black people started Ebola or something. No, he said everyone in Africa has Ebola. Excuse me. He was canceled a couple of times for tweeting in the middle of a movie, and he hated the movie, but like, he used the movie for press. And people were making it sound like that was such a big deal. Like, how dare you make fun of this multi-million-dollar movie from a multi-million-dollar author? I think the author, Finn Wolfhard is going to be okay. And then finally, I'm joking, it keeps going. When I say canceled, I mean mentioned on Twitter negatively. Mentioned in drama channels. You guys remember that? Time and Place is because he touches little kids. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if he touches them, but he does DM them and offer to fly them out often, which is what brings me here. Ends up, someone DM'd him the other day being weeks ago. This is an old video. No one gives a fuck now, because no one gives a fuck about anything, because really what I'm gonna say, yes, it is mean, but in the whole grand scheme of everything, it's just one guy being mean to one other person. I don't even know the person. Real quick, everyone keeps saying, like, he was so fucked up for doing this. Okay, well, then link the ladies group me. Isn't it group me? GoFundMe. Jeez Louise. Link the GoFundMe. Almost like none of them have linked it. They just, like, use the fact that James Charles did something bad to kind of promote their own TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, which is what I'm gonna do. No, I'll look it up. I'll try to find the ladies' GoFundMe. I'm sure it's linked in the bio. It's on the screen and yada yada yada. As you guys may know, if you watch the news, Spirit airline is gone or something like that. And so many people are laid off. And this is like a terrible job market. Everyone is poor. The president pretends like nothing is going around, and people that do have a job have to bike to their job because they cannot afford gas. This person who was let go from Spirit Airline because Spirit Airline no longer exists, I guess, was DMing probably a bunch of influencers. I doubt it was just James, because I've done this shit before. I know you're a multimillionaire, you drive a Tesla. Yeah, I'm gonna DM the people that go to Coachella every fucking year with their asses out. So she DMs James Charles, and she's like, hey, James, I need some money, and because I lost my job because the state of the world right now. Do you want to send some money? Mind you, she wasn't even asking for a lot. I think in GoFundMe, she was looking all in all like for $1,800. So like maybe her rent payment. And I would assume that a multimillionaire James Charles, that $1,800 isn't a lot, but maybe I was wrong, because James Charles was pissed. He was so mad that he decided to read her private DM. He does this often, though, so this should not be shocking news to anybody. But he decides to read the private DM, and then he's like, just go get a new job. And now everyone's like, well, if she was a teenage boy, would you have sent the money? The answer is probably allegedly yes, because he has admitted to DMing teenage boys.
It sucks, and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
And I know his whole thing is, well, I'm going to have to start checking IDs. You know, I didn't know. I'm so lonely. Didn't he say something like that? I'm so lonely. I've been so single. And instead of checking out my personality, I will now be checking everyone's IDs. This is how I know if someone is a teenager or not. Oh, children look like children. I've never seen an adult and then realized later, oh, you're a teenager. They talk like teenagers. They act like teenagers. They look young. Only men. That's not true. I know there's nasty women out there. But I remember when I was a teenager, I was hit on by grown men. And I'd be like, well, I'm 17. And they'd awkwardly back away. And I sound 17. Like, my voice, you can tell I've never touched any cigarette or anything. My face was like more round because I was 17. Actually, funny enough, the other day, I was at a club what is it called? It's called Red River. It's some honky tonky type of club. Is that what they're called? Honky tonk? Yeah, like some country club. They throw napkins on the floor. You guys know it's not really my scene. I was like, oh wow, there's napkins on the floor. But me and my friends, we were outside. I'm like chugging a beer so we didn't have to pay for drinks. At least I was chugging for a beer so I wouldn't have to pay for drinks. And a beer really doesn't do anything. But I was like, well, I spent $3 at the gas station for this, so I'm gonna get it done. And also the gas station had 99-cent shooters. I was like, what is in this? 99 cents worth of alcohol. Hey, I'll take it. Give me 3, please. We'll split it up. What if YouTube takes us down because I said shooter? You can't say anything on YouTube. They're gonna be like, you're promoting gun violence. No, I'm not. I'm talking about taking shots in the club or right before you go into the club. Ends up, it's 18 and up. Which I've been to one 18 and up bar when I was like 22, I think. And, you know, I was just hanging out with my one friend I was there with. Like, we would have a drink, we'd hit the pen, and then we dance. And then we have a drink, and then we hit the pen, and then we dance. So we didn't talk to any children. But this bar, as we were there was like these group of kids. And they were kids, let me tell you. At first, I didn't know. I didn't have my glasses on. Did I have my glasses? Maybe I did. Anyways, they were kind of farther away. They were away from me. And they were, like, walking up to us. So one of my friends was like, you can stay there. And I was like, it's not that serious. I'll just get out of my car and see, like, what's up. And this guy was trying to hit on me. And I walk a little closer. And I'm like, are you? And I was going to say, are you a kid? And then I was like, that's rude. I'm going to say, how old are you? And I think he either said 18, 19. And I was like, oh. And I take like 2 or 3 steps back. And I'm like, okay, well, me and my friends are just going to have a good, like, you know, trying to be as polite. We're all trying to be so polite to these group of guys because, you know, teenage boys do be shooting up schools. So we were still nervous. That's the downside of being in a society controlled by men who are told that their feelings matter more than anything. And if their feelings are hurt enough, they could go and shoot up a school. Or they grow up and text little boys. Everything's connected, guys. But my point is, it was dark. It was like midnight. And I had just chugged a beer, okay? And had a shooter. And even with my kind of like, I could tell, oh, you're 18. And 18 is legal. I don't know. I would never touch an 18-year-old with a 10-foot pole, but it is legal. And even I saw and I stepped back. What was we talking about? Oh, James Charles. That's why I'm talking about teenagers. I'm like, why am I talking about teenage boys so much? Okay, now what he did, was it rude? Yes. Was it mean? That means the same thing. Yes, it was. I don't know. Should I play the video in case you guys haven't seen it? I'll play a clip of the video where he's like laughing about poor people struggling. Here's a clip.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help." You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you?
Man, what an asshole. This is news to absolutely no one. People keep saying we wanted to cancel James Charles. How do we cancel him? Well, the same way you cancel Anaya. The black girl who was like plus size, but then as soon as she lost weight, she started making fun of like plus size people. She always made fun of people. I just want to say Anaya did not change after she lost weight. Everyone was like, she lost weight and now she wants to be like, no, she lost weight. She gained confidence. You guys didn't like that she was confident and black and dark skin. That's why she was canceled. Not because she was mean. Oh, she's mean to people. Oh, she's mean to people. If she was a white gay man, you guys would eat that up. There's so many mean white gay people on the internet that you guys love. Specifically men. mean white gay women don't get away with it as often. Example, Chappell Roan. Is she even mean? No, I guess she just likes personal space. You guys would hate me. If a person comes up to me too close, I physically push them away. She didn't even put her hands on the paparazzi. I think more people should put their hands on paparazzi. You guys killed Princess Diana. Why are we defending paparazzi? Well, that is a really good song. You know what, Lady Gaga? You got me convinced. I feel like the reason people defend paparazzi is because now that we all have iPhones or phones, whenever we see a celebrity, we're all taking pictures of them, and now we kind of became our own the paparazzi, except we're not even getting paid for it. You're not even getting paid for taking pictures of a stranger. You're just doing it to do it. What James Charles did was rude, was mean. It wasn't any ruder or meaner than he's ever been, and actually, compared to everything he's ever done, not the worst. Like, I would say interacting with children in a sexual manner, that would be at the top. Making fun of someone who lost a job would be downhill. Because in the middle, he does also say very racist things. James is a great example of kind of, what is it? Like, not purity culture, but maybe purity. I'm good, you're bad, and because you're bad, I'm going to post a video on the internet to hold you accountable. Oh my God. I have so many cats. Whenever I do my makeup and there's like 1,000 cat hairs in all of my products and you jam it all over, I can't breathe by the time I'm done because I know there's so much cat hair and makeup powder inside of my nose. But it wouldn't be the first time powder's in my nose. I'm joking. I'm talking about powder donuts. Like, actually, though, I don't do coke. I hear it's pretty bad for you. I've never tried it myself, but from what I've heard on the interwebs, coke, smoke. Or how about that? Instead of doing coke, just go outside and smoke. But don't smoke coke. Because I think you can do that these days. Just like get a cigarette, or if it's legal, smoke some weed. If it's not, maybe find some THCA. If you're really into it, try some THCP if you're in Atlanta. Oh, I hate THCP. The first time I smoked THCP, I was high, smoked, mind you, did not take an edible or nothing. I woke up the next day like, fuck, what did I smoke last night? Now, I was smoking all by myself, because I was sad and depressed. Wow, nothing has changed. Let's talk about purity culture. Purity culture, because we want to hold all these celebrities accountable. This is what I do when a celebrity irritates me. I just stop watching and paying attention to them. Because James Charles is still getting millions of views on TikTok. I don't know what he has on YouTube. I don't know. Do people still post YouTube videos about makeup? If they do, I'm sure I'm going to have a photo. How many views does he get? Subscribers doesn't matter because people forget to unsubscribe. Followers doesn't matter. People forget to unfollow. How many views does this motherfucker have? Millions. So it doesn't seem like us holding him accountable is really doing anything besides boosting our own channels. Fingers crossed that this video does well, right? But James Charles, like I said, he's kind of like a huge example for like everything right now. Like, okay, Olivia Rodrigo wore a baby doll dress. And the name baby, well, that means she's trying. This is all connected to James Charles because we're talking about pedophilia now. People are saying she's dressing for a pedophile's point of view because she's wearing and let me make sure I understand this correctly, a short dress. They would hate to see what I wear in the club. And I know the offense is, well, it's a baby doll cut. Okay, so let me fix my sentence. She wore a short, cute dress instead of a sexy dress. Like, what do you want her to wear? All the girls have to now wear jeans and a t-shirt when they go on stage. Except Addison Rae, we will allow you to wear a ripped jeans and t-shirts because you're cool and you're the next Britney Spears. And hopefully we won't treat you as rude as we treated Britney Spears. But in that same way, we kind of hold your hand too much because, yeah, you dress really well and maybe you didn't vote for Trump. We don't really know exactly for sure. I'm going to assume she didn't because her stylist is Dara, and it'd be crazy to hire Dara as your stylist and vote for Trump. But then again, there are Hispanic people and Black people and gay people that voted for Trump. So I don't know. Anyways, this video is not about Addison Rae, but it could be. It could be about every single celebrity ever and you. Since we live in this age where we have to hold people accountable all the time, it's like it's reached over from celebrities also to us. So like, here's a great example. James Charles is canceled, right? Again. He's canceled. Now he only gets 1 million views instead of 2. Well, that is like half off. So you know what? Maybe it's working slowly but surely, right? We have to talk about it on the internet. And in the process, I don't know if you guys have been getting the same videos I have, but while everyone is saying, wow, empathy, all it takes is a little bit of empathy. Empathy is free. And to show you how free empathy is, I want to show you guys me doing a good deed. Because I record every time I do something good for views. And, you know, no hate. If I was doing something good at the time, if I, like, worked at a charity, I 100% would also use James Charles' TikTok sound to promote the fact that I work for a charity or do something good for charity. Or maybe I'm a nurse or I'm a school teacher. One guy I saw, he was a doctor. I was like, okay, guys, you're paid to be there. I love doctors when I can afford them. Oh. And then same thing with the Olivia Rodrigo thing. It's like Olivia Rodrigo thing. People are talking about OnlyFans creators also doing things for pedophilia, which I'm not saying they're not. Like, they're doing the baby voice. They talk like a baby and they take their clothes off, but they do a baby voice. And so obviously they're peddling towards pedophiles. Who are we more mad at? The women making money or the pedophiles? Why are we pretending like sex workers knew all of a sudden? Women specifically, I'm sure, and men, people have been doing baby voices to get money from rich fat fucks forever. Let's not get mad at it. Let's remember who we're supposed to be upset with. Okay, sorry. That almost has nothing to do with anything, but I feel like this purity culture, we have to get mad at James Charles, we have to get mad at Olivia Rodrigo, we have to get mad at the OnlyFans creator, we have to be mad at the girl at the restaurant who I heard say some shit, and now I'm on TikTok saying I heard a girl at the restaurant say some shit. So if your name is Abigail, I just want to tell you your friend is talking shit about you at this restaurant. Hashtag I could be my own big brother. And then for all of that to happen, that for like a week later, who cares? I think the James Charles thing literally did happen a week ago. I think that was a week ago. Was that a week ago? Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. My life is kind of at hold right now. Every day feels like a week. And I'm just trying to get through it. And I think because of how much I don't care about my own life right now, I find it so hard for me to give a fuck that James Charles was mean to someone on the internet. Because, like, he's James Charles, he's mean. At the time, yes, we cared. But now it's a week later, no one's talking about it. And also, low-key, I don't think you guys gave a fuck when it was happening either. Because, like I said, so many people made videos about the James Charles thing. And I think I only saw one video where the person who was making a video about the James Charles thing, he actually went to the women's GoFundMe and actually donated some money. So put your money where your mouth is if you give a fuck. I mean, if you do give a fuck and you don't have money and you wanted to make a video about it, you could have still linked the GoFundMe in your video or in your comments or in your bio. How many of you guys actually looked up the name of the person? I will look it up when I'm editing this video. I hope she gets another job soon. Girl, me too. I worked at Walgreens for a year. I worked at H&M for 5 years. I have about 10 years of retail experience, 2 to 3 years of management experience. I applied to Walgreens to work as a temporary cashier, and I didn't even get invited for an interview. So I don't know what's going to happen with this girl. I hope she figures it out. Like, seriously, I do. It sucks out here, doesn't it? And if anyone does, want to show me how much you do care about James Charles making fun of poor people, I will link my Cash App in the description down below.